What if?
Girl power, girl boss energy, alpha women. The MCU recently has turned into the new and vibrant MCU. All Marvel movies and TV shows are now a tool for Disney to virtue signal. All recent movies and TV shows from Disney and Disney Plus have been, in one way or other, girl power shows.
So Cap, what's the plan?
Hawkeye, Wasp, I want eyes in the sky. Iron Man, Thor, keep the fighting down here. Widow, let's go for a ride.
I like it.
What if Season 2 is the best example for this political pandering? From Captain Carter to the new indigenous Native American girl boss who is more powerful than any of the other girl bosses and side men. Most of Marvel's new age girl bosses have the same powers, to a point where you can't differentiate them from each other. For example, the new indigenous girl boss Kahori has almost the same powers as Captain Marvel: super speed, flight, invincibility, glowing colors. They have very similar powers, and so does MCU's new Black Queen Monica Rambeau. She glows too. They all glow like tube lights.
Higher, further, faster. Higher, further, faster.
Step back, I think I'm gonna vomit!
All these characters, including Scarlet, which got her powers from the Tesseract, haha, hilarious. These MCU writers have gone completely out of ideas for their superpowered beings. Such sellouts are running MCU now. No wonder all their movies are bombing at the box office, crashing into forever irrelevance.
I burned it. All of it. What? Everything you have.
Episode 1 of Season 2 What If is about Nebula joining the Nova Corps. Nebula is the lead in this episode. She has to solve the mysterious death of Yondu. She plays a detective of sorts. Solving murders. The episode had Ronan the Accuser kill off Thanos with the Power Stone and later attack Xandar. Xandarians built a shield to protect their planet from Ronan. Towards the end, the girl boss Nebula destroys Ronan and his ship by triple-crossing the female villain Nova Prime. As soon as the episode finished, I knew all the other episodes would imitate this formula. A pure-of-heart hero who is most definitely a female protagonist, and the villains would be sexist men who think very little about the female heroes. I knew that would be the formula for this season of What If.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
Episode 2 of What If had young Peter Quill, Star-Lord, attack Earth because he teamed up with his celestial father. Dude attack New York like Loki did in the Avengers movie.
I've care how you speak. Loki is beyond reason, but he is of Asgard, and he is my brother.
He killed 80 people in 2 days.
He's adopted.
Evil white man makes his white son attack Earth. Meanwhile, a group of diverse heroes, including Captain Carter and Black Panther and Thor and other diverse heroes, team up to defeat the evil white man. And they succeed with the help of Hope and other diverse heroes. This episode had quite a little amount of girl power. They probably saved it for the rest of the show.
Peter?
And with this, a little bit of you will always live inside of me.
Deep down, I guess I've always known you'd turn out to be a disappointment. You are human, after all.
Listen to what I'm saying. You know in your heart I'm right.
Right? About how pathetic and pointless humanity is?
Episode 3 was about Happy Hogan turning into Purple Hulk to stop Justin Hammer from stealing Christmas. The evil white man is the Grinch trying to steal Christmas away from the Avengers. Maria Hill provided enough girl power, and Happy Hogan played the dumb white man hero who'd save the day from evil white man. Episode 4 was about Tony Stark crashing into Sakaar after he nuked Thanos' army in the Avengers movie. Dude lands on Sakaar, and obviously evil white man enlists Iron Man to play in his gladiator car racing match, where there are two girl bosses competing, Gamora, Thanos' adopted daughter, and Valkyrie. Gamora is unbeatable at everything, and so is Valkyrie. Tony Stark wants to go home, but first he needs to beat Grandmaster in his little evil car race. Why? Well, because the story needs drama, and it needs to go on. Anyways, Gamora and Valkyrie sacrifices themselves so that Tony Stark could win the race and beat the Grandmaster, and later on Gamora kills Thanos because why not? Girl power. Episode 5 had two girl bosses, Captain Peggy Carter and Natasha Romanoff, a reality where Steve Rogers is the one that got caught by Hydra and Dude is in an Iron Man armor. In this reality, Captain Carter defeats Loki and retains the position of Captain America. These two girl bosses find Steve Rogers stuck inside Iron Man armor made by Tony Stark's father. Steve has no memories of his previous life and Captain Carter is hell-bent on saving the damsel in distress Steve Rogers. Captain Carter saves old man Bucky Barnes from evil Steve. Later they travel to Russia to beat the Black Widows and destroy the Red Room to save Steve Rogers, but oops, evil Steve tricked them and brought the girl bosses into a trap set by evil girl boss. Anyways, like Steve Rogers changed Bucky Barnes in the movies, similarly Peggy Carter changes Steve Rogers and dude sacrifices himself by blowing up the Red Room. Girl boss Carter is single again. Cat lady, haha.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am this.
Episode 6, Girl Power at its Peak. The story is that of a Native American girl boss called Kahori. In this universe, Odin lost to Surtur and Tesseract falls to Earth. Kahori gets her powers from Tesseract, just like Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel. In this reality, evil white men are destroying her home world while she gets trapped in a reality where all her ancestors have powers too. Either way, she is the strongest among them all. Why? Because girl power. She returns from magical soul world to reality where she beats all the evil white men and saves her peaceful Native American tribe. Yes, Native Americans are known for their peaceful living. Sure, Marvel.
This was something that was going on before the white settlers even got there. That this way of life and the raiding and the killing, and that's not what we associate Native Americans with.
She even gives a speech similar to Black Panther's speech in his Solo movie about saving other African countries.
You are wrong! All of you are wrong! To turn your backs on the rest of the world!
Wait a minute!
Later, the girl boss Kahori visits Spanish Queen and asks her nicely to leave her tribe alone or whatever girl power. Episode 7. The entire episode is about Hela and how Odin banished her to Earth like he did with Thor in his first movie. However, in this universe, girl boss Hela falls into China where she meets Su Wenwu and the Seven Rings. Hela couldn't lift her crown, the source of her power. Odin cast a spell on it. Hela for a while teams up with Wenwu, who falls in love with the girl boss. Of course he did, but Hela the girl boss had different ideas rather than being Wenshu's wife. She beats him up and runs off with the faceless but creature from Shang-Chi movie. She falls into the magical forest, into that magical world where Shang-Chi's mother lived. Hela trains to be a warrior and later Odin visits Earth to take her back. But now Hela wants to beat him and take over Asgard or something. Anyways, she beats him by being worthy and merciful queen. Of course she did, and Wenwu helps her even though she assaulted him a while ago. Why? Who knows? Episode 8. In this what-if universe, Captain Carter is stuck in an alternate reality where Captain America is Robin Hood and Thor is king on Earth. The show reminded me of the Disney movie Tangled.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you, but may I just say,
where the heroes had to keep running from the king and his army and shit. Same happens here. Towards the end, Captain America sacrifices himself. Because he created this alternate timeline while fighting Thanos. How does that work? Nobody knows. So Peggy loses Steve Rogers once again. How many times would Marvel and Disney use the very same love story over and over again? Shame, this episode sucked the most.
This is the worst!
Episode 9. The finale is where Doctor Strange returns to Captain Carter for her help in beating a mysterious being. Turns out it's Kahori. Evil Doctor Strange is trying to resurrect his universe and save Christine. Again, Evil Strange went through this story arc in the first What If season. Why make him go through this again? Similar to MCU using Wanda in Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness, where they ignored all of her character growth from WandaVision TV show. Anyways, Strange is defeated this time by 2 girl bosses. They beat him using girl power, haha. Literally, these 2 women team up on Strange and beats his misogynistic ass and throws him into some kind of time machine where he dies and gives birth to a universe where Christine is alive and well. However, Stephen Strange is dead.
Oh, no. No.
So like I said, this season more than season 1 was entirely about girl power. Captain Carter, Black Widow, Kahori, and even Hela was turned into gods. Meanwhile, the male characters were mostly sidelined. Even small characters like Gamora and Valkyrie were overpowered. The problem with MCU turning into the MCU is that almost all female characters have godlike powers, and so at the end they all seem to be the very same, powerful Mary Sue's.
I am all the Sith.
I'm all the Jedi.
The same happened in Secret Invasion TV show, where the female character was boosted to a godlike being. Turning all these characters into overpowered Mary Sue's is a serious mistake. Because from here on, how will you differentiate them from each other? How would the audiences connect with these characters when they are unbeatable alpha women? Disney as usual turns everything it touches into pure shit. None of these new age Marvel characters have flaws, nor do they have the need to grow and evolve as characters often do. In the new MCU, these female alpha women are unbeatable, pure-hearted, geniuses, godlike beings. Welcome to the House of Mouse, Disney's cringe storytelling.
So you just left? Her place was really that bad?
You know how you throw your jacket on a chair at the end of the day? Well, like that, only instead of a chair, it's a pile of garbage. And instead of a jacket, it's a pile of garbage. And instead of the end of the day, it's the end of time, and garbage is all that has survived.
Oh, fuck off Disney, and fuck Marvel too. Disney in the past made no female-centric movies or TV shows, so now they're making up for it since Avengers Endgame. They do not want to be branded as misogynistic or sexist for not creating female-centric storylines. Iron Man Part 1, 2, 3, Thor Part 1, 2, 3, 4, Captain America 1, 2, 3. But Disney never made female-centric solo films until Captain Marvel Part 1 in 2018, only after Wonder Woman's immense success. So yes, Disney is a publicly traded company. Being branded as sexist or any other modern slag labels would affect the company's share prices, so obviously they're making up for their mistakes by being overtly pro-feminist and anti-male.
I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. I am working to bring something that makes you uncomfortable, and it should make you uncomfortable because you need to change your attitude.
Making female characters with no flaws, and almost all female characters are genius, diverse, godlike beings, make the female audiences happy no matter what it costs. A good storyline. A well-choreographed action set piece. Great overall cinema experience. Oh fuck that. Let's make cheap factory-produced female-centric political nonsense to feed the egos of women who hate men, women who stray on Twitter making misandrist tweets for dopamine hits. How was What If Season 2, you ask? If you are a Marvel fan, then go ahead and watch this new product from Disney. You could have a lot of fun if you are drunk with your friends and family. I'd give this show a solid 5 out of 10. Bye-bye my friends.